How you guys doing? JC Bustillos here. Just doing a quick training for you on how to use Aweber with Empower Network and why you want to use an autoresponder. Basically, what an autoresponder is here's Aweber. Aweber provides an autoresponder. It's a way for you to develop a relationship with your list. Your list is really what we're targeting. If you don't have a list just yet, well, we need to change that. See, the really three key steps towards making Empower work is to blog daily, market daily, and get paid. But there's a lot that goes into all those three steps and all. So um, it's simple, but sometimes simple things aren't always necessarily easy. So, you want to have, when an individual goes to your capture page, and let me just kind of pull this up. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so it should show up here. All right, so this is my capture page. It's your capture page. You can basically find your capture pages in your back office. And we'll go ahead and pull that up really quickly here. Dang it. Network.com/login. Okay, so when you get here, you go to member login. Go ahead and click on that. Make sure you
Hey, welcome. This
log
is
in
David
with
Sharp and
your
David Wood, and this is completely unscripted. We actually just wanted to sit here and have a little conversation, talk about some principles,
my password.
talk about some problems that we've actually.
Alright, so go ahead and click on My Tools, and then that will take you to your lead capture page. Now, when it comes to your lead capture page, you have an option here. I mean, and usually when you hear individuals, maybe in the Facebook groups, Q&A Facebook groups, we have a couple of those. If you're not on them, you need to participate in them because you can get a lot of simple, small questions answered and just get a lot of unique perspectives from different individuals who are at different paces in different steps along the process of knowledge, I guess you can say, in using the system. So right here at the end of your capture pages, which again is found under the My Tools section, you'll see how it says almost a secret, weird marketing tips, they love to buy, recruiting tips, blah, 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 blah. The one that I like right now is the ready for release. I think it's a real powerful message. But basically what's going to happen in the process is an individual that you are going to funnel into your capture page, well, they find this appealing. So they're going to go ahead and enter in their email address. And when they enter in their email address, they are going to show up as a lead in your back office. Now, what will also happen is if you have your autoresponder integrated into Empower Network, which you can do by clicking here to add your Aweber list name, they will automatically start receiving emails that you have set up in your autoresponder. So that's really what I'm going to be going over today so that you guys can understand how to utilize Aweber and how you can actually benefit from the actual system. So first and foremost, go ahead and go to my website. Now, I got to be honest with you guys. Look, I'm revamping the website right now. It might have this look and feel to it or something very similar, but it may change slightly. And if it does, I will keep you guys updated through my autoresponder, whether that be in the back office, which, by the way, just a little tidbit bonus here, you can actually email your team from your back office. And you can email your affiliate system, Costa Rica, basic membership, Inner Circle, whatever you wanted. If you wanted a target message to Inner Circle training and up, you select that area, 15K only. It's up to you. And this essentially can almost work as a broadcast message that you can send out to everyone in that particular group in your back office. All right, so that's somewhat like an autoresponder, except this is more of a broadcast message. You can send out one-time broadcast messages. So just a little bonus tip right there. But what I want you guys to do for the time being, probably also when you're viewing this training, if not, I will include a link as to where you can access this training on the website that you're actually viewing, or it might be on the homepage. But for now, you can go ahead and go to Project Mayhem, PM Training, the password. May have to change it, so I'm not even going to talk about that right now. But it's going to take you to this page, and basically, I give you some steps in addition to. I'm kind of just trying to provide you guys a little bit of a Cliff Notes type of fast start checklist, because I don't want you guys to get too confused. I want you guys to know what process you should take when you actually get started in Empower Network, and these are the steps I really recommend that you actually take. So basically, you're going to want to set up your Aweber. You can click on this link to set it up, and it will open up this page. So it takes you redirectly right back into Aweber. Now you're going to want to go ahead and click on the link that says order, and when you do that, you can actually create your trial account for just $1 for the first month. It's really not even that expensive. After that, it's about $19. So that's you can do that, or you can do pay quarter, year. It's up to you. You can set this up. I'm not going to spend too much time on setting this up. It's pretty simple. If you bought Empower, so I'm sure you can do this. When you set it up, then you will be able to access your Aweber, and I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Now, I just recently set this up not too long ago. I was actually using another autoresponder, so you're going to see some numbers. This doesn't include all of my lists, but it's okay. It's a perfect starting place to show you guys how to actually use the system and all. So it's going to take you to your first page. Now, I might have you set up with a temporary list name, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the first step. Once you set this up, you're going to want to go to My List, and just click on My List, and it's going to show you all these lists that have actually been set up. These ones were just test accounts I was just showing as a training, but we can go ahead and reactivate one, or even create a new list. I don't mind doing that. So when you create a new list, and I'll just kind of go like this, basically you're going to want to set up a name, and just, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, a little bit, but as far as the list name, I mean, look, it gives you some directions. List name will help you distinguish this list from other contacts. It can be up to 15 characters long, containing only letters, numbers, and hyphens. So, hey, if you want to do something similar to mine, I mean, I did ENJCBUST with the number of the series and all. I mean, be creative. Obviously, I put EN because Empower Network, and then my name, so I can distinguish that, because I am going to be creating some additional lists for my page, and a few other things, a few other projects I'm actually working on and all. So list description, you can put in the list description if you want to put Empower Network. Feel free to do so. This section is important. You want to enter in your from name and your address name. Main reason is because when you start to customize the messages in your list, you can actually enter into the messages a signature instead of actually entering in your entire signature. So it is going to include all this, and with your address, you're going to want to go ahead and they talk about the Spam Act. I don't know. I mean, if you want to have your address in there, that's fine. I would put a post office. You could just put your city and state if you want. That's perfectly fine. And then enter in your name and email address below. So if you want to receive an email every time a new subscriber is added to your list, put your name and email. And I would do that. I like getting an email saying, "Oh, I just got a new subscriber. Awesome." Okay. So once you've actually done that, then you'll go ahead and personalize your list. You can put your URL. You can put an email signature, which will already include that other information. But if you want to put it in there, that's fine as well. You can connect your social media, integrate with Twitter, Facebook. Once you've actually done that, global snippets, I'm not going to really go over that right now. You don't have to put it. You can update your logo. You can actually add a logo if you want. Just do it through here. It's up to you. But then we get over to the section where it talks about confirmed opt-in. And I'm going to have written instructions underneath this. So from the written instructions, I'll go ahead and kind of explain this, but if you're actually using this for your Empower network list, I would go, my preference is to turn this off because they already entered in their information. So they already confirmed that they want to be part of the list. Why have them enter in their email, then they're going to have to go to their email, click on the link, and then they come back to the video. It complicates that. I don't see any of the leaders in the company, such as David Wood, Lawrence Tams, etc., doing that type of thing. So why do it yourself? It's up to you. If you want to go ahead and do that, that's fine. If you are going to do that, make sure to put a confirmation success page URL, and you can still do that anyway. If you want to copy the URL from your capture page and then just go back, you can actually do that just to feel good, and then hit save, and it'll create your list. So let's go back to my list, and I'll go ahead and wow, I did not want to do that. Okay, well, it created a couple default ones, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and deactivate one of them because I don't care to. Okay, all right, and now I'll just go ahead and use. Clicked on the wrong one. All right, I'll go ahead and use this default one up here just as an example, because this is where you guys are going to be when you actually set it up. So let's just call this test Empower JC. Okay, and then Empower Network. Have my from. Yes, I do. So JC Stios, JC at jcstios.com. You'll click add. Once you've done that, it's in there. Hit save settings. Now it takes it to the next step. So website URL www.jcstios.com, or you could also put in your capture page there. I'm just going to do project mayhem, and then your email. It doesn't like that. Okay. Like that. So email JC at JC Bustios. And again, I'm not going to go and get all fancy here. I'm just doing this to show you guys how to actually set this up. So from here, all right, we're done with that section. I'm not going to do a global text snippet. You can if you want. If you want to read more about that, there's videos in here that'll share with you how to do it. It's entirely up to you. Now we're going to go to confirmed opt-in. Again, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. That's my preference. It's up to you on how you want to go ahead and do so. Still feel more comfortable, even regardless, if I just enter in my capture page into the success page. So we'll hit save, and then now, probably wants HTTP. Alright, so we'll hit save. Okay, let me take you out there. I don't want an email. Alright. If you get a red error, obviously you did something wrong. I just went ahead, it didn't like my website for some reason, so fine. That's fine. This is just a test account anyway. So now I have my list, my new list set up. What did I call it? Test Empower JC. Okay. As you can see, it only says it's 42% set up. So I need to actually, finish the steps. And you can do so, but what I would do is go ahead and go to messages and then follow up. Now, let's see which one it does by default. Okay. You can actually select which campaign to modify on the list. Right now we're doing the test Empower JC. So now I can go ahead and create HTML messages that will show up as my campaign when I'm following up with this particular individual. Now, you can do that one by one if you know good copy, if you can actually write pretty well in an email campaign, you're more than welcome to do so. Go ahead and test out. Your first message is absolutely critical. And, in my training here, I actually do provide a campaign code, you can actually use this, or you can even do, let's see, what is, let me pull up that site. And I will go ahead and add this to my link as well here so that you have it in the back office. But if we go to intro here, this is the team training site, teamprojectmayhem.com. If I scroll down here, Lawrence, and I'll include this follow-up series because Lawrence has it in the Team Project Mayhem website. You can use that one. You can use mine. It's up to you. Whatever you use, you want to make sure that the series is customized towards yourself. And that's really what I want to show you here. So we're going to go ahead and first, let me go ahead and show you Lawrence's. I'm going to plug that into this section where it says use a predefined campaign by entering in the campaign code. Let's load that campaign. It's going to take a second here. I believe his series is 80 messages long. Cannot recall. Well, it'll tell you if I scroll all the way. Oh, okay. His is actually 41. So now we have a campaign in there. But guess what? You need to customize every single one of these messages. And this is something I would not recommend outsourcing if you are even considering it. Because you want to take the time on this message campaign. You want to make sure it's personalized towards yourself. If you want a shorter campaign, if you just want 12 or 13 messages, send me an email. Might be able to give you a campaign code just for that. I like these. I mean, these ones are 41 messages long, you know, and it's spread out. You can interval it because when they first enter in their capture page, they're going to get this membership or this message. A day after that, where it talks about the interval, and if I hover over it, says the number of days this message will be sent after the previous message. So I would leave it in the series that it's actually at, but they're going to continue to be exposed to Empower Network because they entered in their information into your capture page. When they do that, that automatically triggers it within Empower Network as long as you have actually set it up in your back office. And I'm going to go over that again. But once you set it up your Aweber list, they're automatically going to be placed into your list. And you can actually, you know, you can see that under subscribers, and I'll come back to this in a moment. I have it selected here. Now it's not showing me anything down here because there's no subscribers. But if I go to the one I just set up the other day, it shows my subscribers. So I'm not going to stay on that. But it'll show you all of your subscribers. I don't have any right now for this test account. So let me go ahead and go back to my follow-up series and show you how and why you want to customize each and every single one of these messages. So if we click inside of the message, the very first one, here, it says, you know, that's the problem. As you can see, this message is completely customized towards Lawrence Tam. Hey, it's Lawrence Tam here, top income earner with Empower Network. So, I mean, you don't want to lie. You're not the top income earner unless you've overtaken Lawrence. If you have, then great. You probably, I don't know why you're watching this video because you would have already had an autoresponder series set up. But you can keep elements of this. For me personally, while I like it, I mean, you can do this. You can edit it if you want to. Go ahead and do so, but I believe that with Lawrence, and I don't blame him in any which way, he's really customized it towards himself. So I personally, you know, there's some messages that are in here that you may like, and you may like some of these images and whatnot. If you want to use that, by all means, go ahead and do so. This is one of those moments where you need to make a decision as to what list you actually want to use. With my and maybe you select that you want some of these messages. You can take some out and keep some in. But again, a lot of it is customized towards himself, and he's always updating it, and he's customizing it to him. So your follow-up messages need to really be customized towards yourself. So I'm going to, you know, unfortunately, I cannot delete all of these messages. I can delete the list, but I'm just going to, just to show you an example, I think... let's activate one really quickly here. I know I had one of these here. Let's reactivate this one so I can show you. I don't believe this one has a autoresponder set up, or I'm sorry, a follow-up series set up. So I'm going to show you mine. Oh, actually, no. Okay. Defaults. Let's select default. Alright, no messages in this one. Now with mine, yes, I do have it customized towards myself as well, but it's the content of the message is very interchangeable. So that's why I prefer my follow-up series. And I've added, and I may continue to change that. So it'll be up to you what you actually want to use. And maybe I'll include a few different campaign codes there so you guys can test it out and see what's going to work best for you. But let me go ahead and enter in mine now. Let's load that campaign. Now mine is a little bit longer. Mine is, let's see here. Okay, mine is 90 or 83 messages. It might end up being 93 though when I'm all said and done with it. These messages are very interchangeable. So, you know, this is the first message I actually send, and I may change that. If we pull it up here. Okay. So, in this right here, this is my logo. If you don't want it in there, you might want to just click on it and see how it kind of out of the brackets. You can easily hit delete. You don't have to have a logo in there. These messages were really designed without a logo. I personally prefer to have a logo in there. You know, I want people to, I'm somewhat branding myself with this person, letting them know that they can trust me, letting them know that they are going to have a relationship with me through my email campaign. But if you don't want it in there, basically if you want to, you can hover over these top sections right here, but you can click on this, insert edit message. And what I did is you can actually enter in the URL of the actual image. So if you have the image on your desktop, then or on your computer, you may want to upload it, you know, using something like Google Pics or I don't know, whatever you want to use, and that way you can actually have a URL. What I did, my URL is already here, so I just right click on here, and I'm using Firefox, just so some of you that maybe a little bit more technically savvy, the browser I use when doing editing and stuff like this is typically Firefox. I like Google Chrome, but Firefox is what I'm using right now. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, I click view background image, and then I right click again and copy image location. Then I go back into the actual Aweber, and if I click on insert edit image, it'll show up. Right click, paste, and should show up. Now that image is a little bit too big, so I'm going to lower the pixels. Let's do 450. Bam, it made it a lot smaller, and we'll go ahead and hit insert. There it is. It's right into the email. So from here, what you are going to have to do is when you see a highlighted section, you're going to want to edit that. So you're going to double click, and then you're going to go to the hover over the link that says insert edit hyperlink. When you click in there, you will see that I have an actual URL that's actually already listed there. And this one directs them to that video. So if you want to actually use your own video or your own link, just copy this link, because that's my subdomain, my redirected link. Copy that link I just posted there into your browser, and then what it will do is it is going to show you in here on the URL the actual link that I use. So you just have to take off the username, enter in your Empower Network username, copy it. Let me close that out. And then if we go back here, you'll edit the link, put in your information with your user ID name. It's critical that you do that. Now, on occasion throughout my list, and I'm actually modifying some of the links. You know, some links don't always go to the same thing. Test around, see what it is that I'm doing, and just customize it towards yourself. The messages, for the most part, at least at this particular moment, are very interchangeable. And I might leave that series just like that so that it can be interchangeable for you guys. If I do some custom editing on my own, you know, I can actually do that. So once you've gone through that process, then you would go ahead and click on, you can click preview if you want to see what it looks like. And here's that section where I was telling you about in your signature. However you set up your signature when you set up the list is how it would appear once this is sent out. If you see here in the brackets it says hi name, if you happen to have their name, it'll actually enter in their name. I think with the catch page they typically just enter in their email, so if there is no name on the list it'll just say hi. So keep that in mind. Those are little pointers. From there you would just hit save message, and then it'll take you back to your list here momentarily. So great, there it is. And yes, it's going to take a little bit of time to go through every single one of these, but it is going to be worth it because you're going to familiarize yourself with the entire list. And look, if it takes a little bit of time, let's say you can only do 10 at a time, 10 a day, because this is a business that you should be doing on a part-time basis unless you have the ability to do it full-time. But if you're doing it part-time, then maybe, because it might take maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour the first time you do this to change and modify 10 messages. That's up to you. But when you do that, just set a goal. Okay, I'm going to do 10 today, 10 tomorrow, 10 the next day, 10 the next day, 10 the next day, so on and so forth. Get it done over an 8-day period of time. Manage your time very wisely, because if you don't, your time will escape you. I assure you that. Our time is the most precious asset that we actually have. So other than that, I think you can go through the list here, because it usually does give you a wizard. And let me just kind of show you that really quickly here. Let's go ahead and go back to that test account I had set up. So when I go here, it's telling me, okay, brand your campaign. Watch the videos, go through the steps. It gives you a setup wizard. I'm gonna skip that for right now, but familiarize yourself with this. I can give you the basics in how to do this so that you can customize, and I think I have in this video thus far. But go through the videos, learn a few things, learn some extra things, teach me some things. I think I'm pretty sharp and savvy, and I pick most things up. But maybe you'll show me a feature that I'd overlooked. That's part of the value that you're going to be adding, because with your particular individuals that you're bringing into the Empower Network, you can plug them into all of my trainings. Feel free to do so. Absolutely. Use me until you grow to the point to where you feel you can do some trainings on your own. Or, use the Team Project Mayhem website. That's what that's there for. And as a bonus for signing up under me, I give you the access to the password on the training site in here. But as I'm emerging, as I'm really growing and showing my leadership ability, my training site might change dramatically, and I'll be adding a ton of information. And it may integrate perfectly with Team Project Mayhem, but you can use it as a supplement. These are some things that you guys need to be thinking about as well in the future, because the more value you can provide to your list and to your affiliates, the more you're going to be able to attract as well. The more your story starts to develop. And that's really why I'm doing this video for you guys, so that you can understand how this all really works. But it's also why I set up everything here. So if we I'm going to skip through a few of these so I can go through confirm, set up your closing, and okay, I'm fine. Thanks. Save settings. Okay, so create a web form. You can put a web form on. You want to do that step just to. This is kind of advanced training. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm just going to close this out. I think that will suffice for the time being. Again, I'm going to have some text images for you to follow, paragraph instructions, so to say, that's probably right underneath this video. So make sure you watch that. If you have any questions, feel free to post comments below. You can also email me, jc@jcbustillos.com. Other than that, I wish you the utmost success, and look forward to talking to you guys, and also to seeing you at the top. So God bless.